your body that they eatin'. Cause you make that good adrenal crawl. That's why now they never leaving you alone. That's why it's war. So that's why it's war. War is all you have for me now. War. War is what it's gonna 365 days, 52 weeks, 1 year. That's even a lifetime sentence. Ain't no repentance stance. If you commit that crime, ain't no press and rewind. Your freedom is through. It's off to a new place where nobody fucking knows you. Time to put your motherfucking shoes on. Don't be listening to these rappers. Don't be listening to these trappers. Don't be listening to these rappers. Rappers don't talk about shit no more. Peace to the gods and goddesses. We got a lot to get into. Let's get started. So I know you've seen the beginning, you know what I mean? This one ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna make it no hour, or I'm gonna do my best not to make it no hour. Because as you can see, 3 a.m. on a Monday a.m. was a lot of activity in the sky last night. Before I went out there again, usually I go out there around this time again, and I'm able to see more activity. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, but I'm in the suburbs. I'm in Swanee, so it's magical out here pretty much with the skies. And you see a lot of stuff. And see, that's the reason why Rashad Jamal was living out here too in Winder. You know, the skies is magical out here. You see a lot of stuff going on in the skies. So it was real busy last night, man. And then when I went back out there just now, they got it all clouded over. So I'm knowing that there's something going on. The energy is different. It's just crazy, but we got a lot to talk about, man. I know in the beginning y'all seen that that chessboard. You know, this one is called games people play. So we're gonna talk about that. You know what I mean? You also seen me kneel down on one knee. You know what I'm saying? As a young man in the penitentiary because I had to play the game. That was the only background they had. With that, why was it important to be showing your people, your family, pictures of you with a background of a checkerboard? Ask yourself that. Okay, so then moving on, you also seen the Blue Lives Matter sign. I'm gonna talk about the Blue Lives, Black Lives, the MAGA hat, Donald Trump. Just brief, you know what I mean? Yeah, because I don't want y'all to be thinking that I'm what's the Republican or Democrat. I'm not into that kind of shit at all. I'm not about the government. So we won't be discussing that. We're just going to discuss the significance of these things. You also see the Mason symbol at the end. Anything that, you see the cotton. Of course, I put the cotton in there every time. That cotton is telling you about, what you're chasing, baby. You got to stop chasing that and chase this. You feel me? So let's get down to it, man. So as far as games that people play, that's things that go on, man. Like I don't know why, for some reason, here in America, people don't realize or understand that they're being toyed with. Mhm. On every level. On every level, you're being played with. They're playing with your money. They're playing with your spirit. They got you, but they playing with you. Period. They playing spells on you. They playing games with your shit, and you don't even see it. Then they got things on TV like 90 Day Fiance. Perfect example. Tell me, why is it perfectly acceptable for anybody to be sitting up showing himself trying to have a relationship with somebody who then came from over another country? Hear me out. She then came from another country to live with him, his mama in a closet, in a room full of pets. His mama living in the closet. She's in the closet, y'all. Now, would you put your mama in a closet? I mean, I don't know about some of y'all. Some of y'all got the crazy mama. Maybe you might want to put your mama in the closet. I ain't got that kind of mama where my mama was going to be in no closet. If I got a crib, I got a bunch of pets, guess what my pet's going to be? In the closet. My mama going to have a room. I ain't going to have no whole bunch of pets in the first place inside no damn apartment. Well, my mama got to be in the closet. It just don't, it don't make sense. Please make it make sense. This is the America that they were trying to make great again. You get that? But you thought that the MAGA hat or that all of that was about politics. Let's talk about politics. Did you know that politicking was just another way of speaking or spelling upon you? Makes you wonder what you're doing to yourself now. We'll discuss that more when we get down to the civil wrong movement, because some of y'all thought that was right. Talk about Emancipation Proclamation and how you're not free. You were not freed from anything. Emancipation Proclamation sold you into slavery. You were free before that. When you were warring with their ass, some of you may not recall that because you ain't tapped into your nature to understand or understand that your ancestors, they pulse through your veins. Hmm? What's up, Jazzy? My love. My mom's, but she's mine as well. She's a Bisky, so she's a a husky and a beagle mix. Beautiful dog. I ain't gonna show y'all. I ain't gonna put her out there like that. She's just sitting up here like she waiting on me to give her a treat. But it still works. Anyway, so yeah, this is the America that we live in, where y'all believing that the MAGA hat was actually just you know, a political movement. Some of y'all fell for it hard. Y'all was running around, let's make America great again. You realize that was just a signal for beginning the silent war. That just gave them full permission to start the silent war. Because at that same time, they initiated Black Lives Matter. You've seen that as well in the beginning. So Black Lives Matter was just their way of saying, here, nigger, you got your little way of rebelling. We got our way of rebelling. Let's start this fucking war. This is what they want. They fear us all coming together. They want us all separated. Everybody separated into their own separate race. You get that? You didn't hear that? That word? Everybody's on a race. You're racing. Because race doesn't exist. Species does. You are a species. There's different species here on the planet, not races. The race is you running to get what they want you to get. I mean, look, it is what it is, yo. You gonna keep running their race, or you gonna move on and do your own thing? Either way it go, you're playing the game. These are games people play. If you're gonna play the game, you might as well be your own boss. That's gonna require you to do a little bit of research. Find out what it is you want to do. Find out what you're good at. Start doing that. Because you gotta earn a living, is what they say. In other words, they're saying you must work until you die. That's what earning a living is. Because how can you earn anything when I earn is a vessel that you put ashes in? I didn't say it, they did. It's called spelling. It's a game. This is games people play. First you see them shining in the hood. Then you see them snitching on the hood. Got them kids dying in the hood. Baby mama crying in the hood. Police come and raid the hood. Enough performing. I'm just saying, y'all don't get it. This is why I be saying don't be listening to them rappers. The motherfuckers just be talking about nothing. They ain't trying to let you know what's going on. They trying to keep you in the dust. Talk about petrification. You know what petrification is? You know what a petrified thing is? You can also be petrified from fear. Remember that? You've heard that before, right? But they tell you petrification takes thousands of years. I mean, why should we believe any of the lies they tell? They tell you too many. They have a lot of lies, they say. Petrification does not come from millions of years or hundreds of thousands of years, as they say. To petrify something, it takes intense fear. You ask me, how do I know this? Because they tell you, oh, he was petrified with fear. Why would they put those two words together? They could have used anything other than petrified. Petrification does not happen over thousands of years. They use fear to petrify things. These mountains, these trees, all of that stuff was alive once upon a time. How do you think it got the way it did? It was petrified with fear. Something came that it seen that it never seen before, ever. Petrified with fear. Like many of you are going to be, because you're not going to be awake to what's going on around you. They tell you that they know how things become petrified. It's the process of removing minerals, or the removing of the organic from and replacing the organic with minerals. Doesn't that sound something like what you're doing now when you're eating? Everybody's talking about, oh, you need these minerals, you need this. And you need sea moss, you need this, you need all this, you need that. They're telling you to replace the organic with minerals. I didn't say it. I'm going to pull it up for you real quick. Because I'm the one that I looked it up. I had to find out what the fuck does that mean to petrify something. How does something get petrified? It says, I said, how long does it take for the petrification process to take place? It says, in nature, petrification can occur in just 5,000 to 10,000 years. That's I find that too hard to believe. How would they know? There's nobody that's been here 5,000 to 10,000 years. So how would they know that that's that old? What? How would you know it's that old and you haven't been here that long yourself? You're going off of these scribes, or these things that people wrote so-called in the past, or these made-up doctrines that they're giving you. They built a ship that had 33, they love that number, 33 engines on it, and it still couldn't get through the firmament. As I said, we've covered all the exits. Well, I'll say it like I said in the song. We sealed off all the exits and we covered all the angles. That's one of my shit coming. You'll hear it. I'm just saying though. You're not getting out of here, so stop trying. You don't have what it takes to get to the solar system. Those who have a soul does. And that doesn't limit, soul does not limit itself to 9 ether beings alone. But there is a genome where it does, where it stops. If you understand what the 666, when you understand what the 6 is, you know that that's the genome, that it stops. If you are a 6, you have a, maybe, I'm not saying, I'm not the judge of that. Some of y'all soulful as hell.
And that's a bad analogy. Some of y'all are very soulful though. You understand? Hence, John B. You know, the boy got soul. He was singing. He might have sold the little piece that he had, but he had soul. I don't know. We just talking about soul right now. Mhm. Like I said before in the video, you can't sell what's not yours. It doesn't belong to you. You belong to it. You gotta understand that. Mhm. Saying we acting like we don't know how it works. You are a direct carbon copy of the solar system. If you have 9 ethers, you most definitely are going back to where you come from. And guess what else? You don't go by yourself. If you meditate, you know that your people that you can't see, they're still here. You still have a piece of them with you. Why else would you have memories? Hmm? That's what memories are for. So yeah, if you thought that the MAGA hat and the Black Lives Matter and all of that stuff was, uh, you know, political movements or things that were, you know, supposed to take place, nah, not at all. See, some of that was to hide the Pizzagate scandal and stuff like that too. It was a lot of stuff going on that, that was straight distractions, and they used Black Lives Matter to test and see your what levels were they testing at that time? They were testing to see if you could activate yet. You know, see where you were energetically, mentally. Did you still have the childlike mentality that listens to what they say and put out the stuff, you know, instead of the mentality of standing upon your own intellect? Because see, some of us, you know, I'm even including myself in that. I'm not taking myself out of that. Some of us have fallen too deep into doing their way and not our own. Hmm? I gotta do something with my hands, so that's why I'm twisting this napkin up. So don't pay me no attention to that. Some of us really have to do better at the things that we do for ourselves instead of doing everything for, you know, massa, because massa has slave catchers that's gonna catch you regardless. They're talking about them, you know. We gonna get off into that. I got a whole one I gotta do about the red dogs. Yeah, I need y'all to know about the red dogs. If you don't know anything about Atlanta, you need to know about the red dogs and where they came from and what they did. Then they dismantled them and opened them back up as something else. We gonna talk about that. Most definitely. Yeah. But that's gonna be a whole another one. This one here is gonna be kind of short, like I said, because I just want to talk about the stuff that's going on. Because you got people who really thought Black Lives Matter and MAGA hats and all of that was political movements. When no, those were signals. That was them. And it was also conditioning going on. Some conditioning. They wanted to see where you stood, how you gonna stand up. Is you got the nuts to stand up to them or not? You know? Yeah. Believe it or not. Why do you think they arrested so many motherfuckers that had guns and shit? Why do you think they did the Proud Boys like, and they was a part of their own shit? They got the motherfucking Proud Boys out the way. They got the motherfucker who was the gunpowder behind Black Lives Matter. I can't even think of their fucking name right. The what was they? The nigga ain't taking the shit. Something. It was, man, y'all know what the hell I'm talking about. They got rid of his ass. Come on, man. They knew who was doing what they was doing. They had to pull the motherfuckers out so they could arrest them on public and TV. You know what I mean? Make it stick. They was building the case on their ass long before any of this. They were just waiting. They were cells. These are the cells that they talk about. Why do you think they call these things cells? A cell is what? What do you know a cell to be? It's a bunch of ways you can see a cell. You got cell mates, a cell. That's where most of these cells come together and talk about their plans under the roof of Uncle Sam, where he's got microphones everywhere, and they're so fucking stupid. They're like Ernesto in this motherfucker. They all on the phone telling motherfuckers shit, laughing like the shit funny. The TV recording their ass while they in there talking to motherfuckers. I'm just saying, everybody ain't woke. Everybody, this shit is crazy to some of y'all. Some of y'all think it's really crazy. Yeah, no. This shit really goes on. Ever since they made that movie Enemy of the State, I want you to know what they use Will for now. Every time you see Will, you better start motherfucking paying attention. The movies Will be making be real shit. He telling you the real deal shit. Will letting you know in code he can't do nothing other than that. And they pay him substantially. He's the messenger. What did he tell you? He told you Independence Day. He told you about that. You know, in Independence Day, that was a whole attack. He had to let you know that the attack had went on. Right? Okay. Then Men in Black, he had to let you know that you're around aliens every day, all day. You've been around them. They've been here, chilling. Hell, some of these bugs are aliens. I mean, y'all don't get it. What an alien is? You an alien. As far as on they fucking shit in their database, you are extraterrestrial. That's just extra land. I'm just saying, yo. You got to pay attention to what they're talking about. It's a board game, baby. They playing a game with you. I'm just trying to show you what some of the games they play. They told you about Donald Trump to get you all mad and upset. He's a puppet. He's a whole puppet. Why do you care what Donald Trump do? What is he gonna do to you? How does what he do affect you? How does what any of them do affect you? You allow it to affect you. You allow that to be in your head to cause you limitations. Because thought is what causes it all. And if you allow yourself to think about their nonsense all the time, you will never get around to mastering yourself. Because that's what the whole key to this game is. You're here to master yourself amongst all the distractions. That's the experience. Choose to play the game. Get in there. Get in here, get in here, get in here. That's what Gaddy Boy said on TikTok. For real. Get in the game. Because the game is in you and you just don't know it's that's running the shit out you. You're programmed. You've been conditioned down to the cellular. Down to the cell. They have you conditioned to do what the fuck they say. Make that make sense. You don't realize you've been conditioned. You thinking that life is just what it is. You've been programmed. They even call it that. You've now been, let's return you back to your regularly scheduled program. Yes. You have been programmed. And if you've been to jail, you've been conditioned. Some of you have been conditioned so much, you're institutionalized. You've been there so long that when you get out, you're not going to know what to do. Some of them motherfuckers even commit crimes so they don't have to go. Imagine that. Have you seen Angola? I've never been there personally, don't want to go. But I've seen videos about it and what it is. It's a whole slave camp. And literally, Angola prison used to be a plantation. As with a lot of these prisons, they used to be plantations. So they have your ass there for free, a little bit of nothing, pennies, to get cosmetic items, picking carrots and shit, doing hard labor. I've been to the joint. I got locked up in Buena Vista in Colorado. Right. Been there, I seen that. I know that motherfucking chain gang shit ain't no hoes. It's real. They have your ass doing all kind of shit. But here's the thing. If you're not a lifer, you can get in there, you can learn a skill, you can learn a trade, and you can come out and you can be corporational. If you're a corporational type of nigga. A lot of us are not. So, peace. Oh. Hold tight. My bad, y'all. I had a little interruption real quick. My oldest daughter came down on her way to work. I had to say peace to her. And then my wife came out of the room to get her food to eat, so my bad. Or really, she just came out here to turn on the fireplace or whatever, so it'd be warm out here when she eat. My bad, man. For the distraction. Right? As I said, distractions. We got a lot of those, man. A lot of those put in place so you don't master yourself. You gotta know what they are, know how to maneuver around them, right? Here. So back to this. Everybody thinking that these political movements, you hear that? Movement. Political movement. Where do you make moves at? On games. Anyway, so y'all thinking these political movements are actual movements, and no, they're symbols or signals for them to do things to you. And if you're not paying attention and not knowing what they have planned for you, then you'll be sitting around wondering what's going on. Making America great again. MAGA. If you didn't know, what they mean by making America great again is when we were all enslaved. I'm sure you knew that. That's why they put the Black Lives Matter. They wanted you to rise up because they had the FEMA shit in play. And if we all would have rose up as they anticipated, but we did not, some of us seen right through it. Had we rose up as they anticipated, because they also had the axe going, you know. The motherfucking 19. But had you had activated as they anticipated, this would all be slow. Slow and low. Let yourself go. That type shit. It was a plan that nobody went for, so they had to adjust it and made it a full-on 19. So then they used the little 19 for what they used it for. It's just crazy, y'all. They playing the game with your shit. Yeah, if they playing a game with your shit and they got you paying for the game with your shit. You're using all kind of soul energy from the solar system that they be so-called blocking out that they cannot. That's another mind game that they play. They tell you that they block out the sun. Right? They can't block out something that you are or that you have within you. You are the solar system. That's a game. There's no blocking it out. Light is a game. It's no real thing. It's not a real thing. Light. They invented that. It's a thing in your head that there'll be light. Illuminate in you. You bought into illumination. Because, I'll tell you how you know it doesn't exist. Do you, my good friends, do any sun gazing? If you sun gaze, and when you sun gazing, you look off, but you still see the sun right there, but you're looking off. You see that the sun, it does a whole lot of stuff, but guess what it does? You know what it's doing right there? It's also black. It's so black that you see light. That's just one that just blows my mind. It's so black that you see light. If that's not a wormhole, or how wormholes work, as they say. That's just telling you what you are. You don't get it. Feminine energy would be light. Dark matter energy would be male. So when you sun gazing and you're seeing that's what that is. That's the light and the dark come together. We sick of the lies. We sick of the cap. Alright, man. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. I just wanted to touch down with y'all real quick. For a brief one real quick. About how they be playing games with you, and you gotta get in the game, cause mastering yourself is what you're here to do. Stop allowing them to keep you from doing that. I leave as I came. Peace to the gods and goddesses.